Hello and welcome back to Behind the Pixels, Sonic's Epic Quest for Friendship. This is not a filler episode, Sonic Spinball.
I'm Moose.
And I'm Brandon.
And I'm still trying to get better at this game. So the last couple of episodes, we looked at the first two levels, bounced around, fought some baddies, had a generally frustrating time, but we did get to see some interesting pinball mechanics brought into the game.
And we got to see a clearly superior Level 2.
Yes, we did. Level 1 was not much to look at. Level 2 was better. Level 3 has this moving platform. Does this move again if I do something? Oh, yeah.
So level 3 appears to have more not pinball mechanics.
Yes, but at least it's an interesting mechanic.
Yeah, it's just more of Sonic being Sonic.
Wow,
boy.
I just got ground up into gears. Too bad.
There is no transition between the hand holding of level 1 and the just brutality of every level past that, apparently. You just go straight into the grinder here. There is no catch, no chance. Oh man, you are gonna make me input that level select code again, aren't you?
No, I've got this, bro. I know the level now. This is no problem. No problem.
What do you think about this? It's I get where they're going. The machine is the name of the level.
It's very mechanical.
Very mechanical. It's got that circuit.
Another industrial-ish, kind of thing going on here. I like these. I've already got a chaos.
Yeah, there you go. See, you're not that bad. I would say that it comes off looking very flat. It's sort of lacking. You go back to level 1 and you see the attempt at detail, and level 2 had a decent amount of detail in it as well. Then you get to this one and I get that it's a circuit board.
It's a circuit board. I like the way that it looks.
They did put some chips in there. I like that.
Yeah,
they tried.
Oh shoot!
But I feel like with the colors and the lack of detail on any of the actual segments, it just comes out looking flat.
I like this. I like playing pinball on the circuit board. I'm gonna go.
I think this is
no.
Oh, you get yeah. So I think this is my problem with it. Sonic the Hedgehog 2 had an industrial stage full of machinery.
That's true. It was more highly detailed.
Look
at that, 24 million points. I did great on that run.
It came out a year before this. It had a great looking industrial area.
So for a game made in 6 months, how do you feel about it?
Gaming what?
For a game made in 6 months, how do you feel about it?
They shouldn't have done that.
I would agree with you on that. It was not a good decision because seeing what they did with the second level might have actually been something really interesting.
I mean, we all know E.T. was done in a few months.
That was actually,
or in a couple weeks.
Pretty spectacular.
And I think E.T. is sort of that take-home lesson that everyone should have learned already, which is don't undercut the development time. Could this game have been good? Yeah, it definitely could have. There were plenty of good pinball games out there.
I like how I got a right on target score for bouncing into the wall and coming straight back.
Yeah. 6 months? No. 6 months was not the amount of time that they needed for this. Now, maybe if they had done a second game also in 6 months, then the second game probably could have been good. Building on the experience they had from this game. Oh man.
Big mistake.
There is no hand holding there.
There is not. If you hit that, it's nothing else.
Yeah, you're gone. You're toast.
See ya. Yeah. This machine is not being very kind to my soft, squishy hedgehog body.
Oh, you can stop the platform by pressing down or up.
Nice. Well, I have the second emerald now. So I just need to get the third one, and I can get out of this infernal machine.
There's a bit more detail here. I just wish that the purple...
There's little things, little details and things in here. It's just not all the way down here yet. I think it's a well-built machine. I think. Oh no! I want to stop it.
No, you've messed up. Okay, I am now seeing detail in the
Once you get past the
machine
very,
part.
the very bottom part.
It's just not where I want it to be.
There's detail down there in the mechanism that destroys me.
Down there and sort of off to the side and in some of the other areas.
It pops up, so it's there.
Yeah, I just wish that it was.
I'm just not
everywhere.
showing you enough of the level.
Yeah, you're just doing too bad. I do like that they. I'm guessing this is supposed to be like a Genesis board or something because they've got little Sega chips all over the place.
Alright, it's your turn, because I'm really not doing anything useful with this.
Okay.
You should at least try to get through.
I'll try. We will give this a go.
Okay.
And then after I fail at this, we will
can
switch to level 4.
Absolutely. Yeah, I am just not doing this today. I will...
Today.
I'll pull up Pinball Arcade on my Xbox. You can watch me play all sorts of games and rack up tons of high scores. I'm definitely not doing it on this one. This machine, quote unquote, is kind of mean.
I should probably look at the code while I'm trying to put it in.
Nah, dude, you can do it from memory.
Oh shoot!
You just started the game.
Never mind. We'll just do level 1. All right. We'll just do a quick. Since there's no reset. This is before the age of resets.
You should show everyone at home what happens when you stand on that platform too long.
Oh, you want to see the monster eat me?
Yeah. Might as well, as long as you're just gonna die, right?
Yeah.
Make it interesting. Only takes a few more seconds.
Ooh, I didn't hear that before. That's not a good sound.
What was that?
The spin dash sound.
Oh yeah, it's not great.
It's a bad sound.
Yeah, it's not great.
It's not a spin dash sound. Ew. Yeah, the sound effects really drive home the lack of polish in this game.
You have to wait for it. Yeah, and
that
it doesn't continue after you get to the max level.
That's the sound from Echo the Dolphin using the echolocation.
We're gonna have to pull it up for comparison, just to make sure. If it is, it's something very interesting.
Yeah, the whoop 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 whoop. That is so Echo the Dolphin.
We should pull it up and make sure, because that's a bold claim to make. But we should point that out if that's the case, because they did that a lot. Like Sonic Skid is from like a racing game that's rubber on road, and they use that again. It thematically makes sense. It's his soul's on the ground, but that didn't do it, bro.
Yeah. This code is very finicky.
Nope.
Welcome to
Behind the cheek.
yeah. Just 15 minutes of me entering codes. Nope.
This is actually the fun part of the game.
A down, B down, C down, A B up, A C up, B C up. Nope. I much prefer Sonic 2, where you could just do it through the sound test menu. There we go. Alright, let's give level 3 a try. Level 3 feels slow.
Yeah, I had that feeling with it too. Not all that much going on there, but
it feels like he's falling slower than the other levels. I don't know, maybe that's just me.
Did we check to make sure we're back on fast and not normal? It's too late to find out now.
Well, yeah. I think I'm stuck.
You can bounce away.
There we go.
Ah, that's
I would have been stuck. That's an interesting thing there.
But you could get out of it, so because you could move
Right. Yeah.
that bit.
It's just interesting that if you get in. Oh, there you go. I didn't get stuck that time.
Yeah, I was really wondering why, because I bounced out of that one just fine without having to move the flipper. There we go. Oh, get in there, get in there.
I think the pistons are interesting. That mechanic of being shot out from the piston action.
As if you were being shot out by a plunger.
Yeah.
You got a power charge.
What does it do?
I don't know. Gave you points.
Seems that way. I'll take some more.
Power chamber ×2.
Ultra cool slide. Cause I'm ultra cool.
Yeah.
Get out of my way, platform. You don't know me. Oh
Nope,
no.
nope,
No,
nope,
big mistake.
Too bad.
I got my rings though. Piston lights. What's a piston light?
You hit the pistons and turn on the lights for them. Just a feature. Just like a pinball machine. The lights in front of it from actually going into it or something. Probably the one on the left. You probably hit all 3 of those. You know, the 3 pistons.
Oh
going
yeah, I
next to
did
each
hit.
other.
I did hit all 3
So
of them.
yeah, you turn on the lights for the 3. That probably is what you did.
Oh, I couldn't get in. Okay. There we go. I'll take it. No. Oh. Okay. See, I'm starting to get a little bit of speed
Wow.
here now.
Yeah.
But
Up through that. No, but I definitely felt that when I was playing it first too.
yeah, it was just it was a weird feeling of sluggishness for some reason. Maybe that was just the frame rate skipping problem that we've had a few times.
Oh, that's really cool.
What?
So the that purple thing down there between the
That's
bumpers.
the state of the thing.
Yeah, I hadn't noticed that. Are you moving it with the flippers, or is it just?
It just moves on it at a set interval. Oh, you can look down. Oh no! 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 Oh, 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 oh. That's okay. Just jump,
Just
Sonic,
keep bouncing
jump.
there. Just keep bouncing
Just
there.
jump,
Spin dash,
Sonic.
spin dash, spin dash. That's a funny looking spin dash. I like how you tapped him on the head with the flipper. That was a.
You've let me down, Sonic. I can't. There we go.
It would have been really interesting if you could actually.
Oh, I think that's what the problem is. My A
Your A button's
doesn't
not
work very well.
not very responsive. It is your controller a bit, but if you hit it, if you press on it solidly.
See, it's
it
not
doesn't-
working there, but it is working. Yeah, you've got to hit it
You
solidly.
just have to just push it all the way down. So that's an
So-
unfortunate bit, but I don't think that it's really causing us
Yeah.
as much of a problem as we'd like to blame.
Well, it's the reason why the cheat.
Sorry, going nowhere. Oh yeah, the cheat code's definitely not letting you do that level select because of that.
Yeah.
Oh no, game over.
All right.
That was a rough attempt. We should just go ahead and just skip to 4.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and check out 4.
Let's see what we've got going on there.
I like that from like Sonic 2 on. They have custom Sega logos.
Sega screens, yeah. That I think that's something that's really special to it because, you know, when you're looking at a game, you play games, and you know you remember lots of things about them. I know as a kid, I plug a cartridge in, I hit the power button, and I hear that chant. I know I'm about to have fun. You know, that's just how I feel. It's like Sega, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna do something awesome. Showdown. Oh wow.
Oh,
Okay.
is-
I need 5 emeralds, so this one I actually need 5
See,
emeralds.
that's supposed to be the buzzy beetle
that is
bomby boo.
That's that's a what, buzz bomber.
Buzz bomber. Yeah. That's does not look like a buzz bomber.
It didn't, but it was.
They've like reimagined them in weird ways.
Wow, I was standing on top of things there. Like
Okay, I could get down with this level design here. This one. Oh,
With that,
move.
like I wasn't doing anything for most of that. I was just getting kind of bumped around.
Yeah. Well, it's pinball. I mean.
Well, but I mean, like I just kind of was just like, what is happening? I'm not sure.
Yeah. But well, so I say level design. I like the art style, the art direction.
Yeah, I like the art style on this.
Yeah.
This is definitely a cool machine, a cool board.
It's got sort of a construction
Block
zone
destroy.
area
Yeah.
going for it. I think the background is nice. It looks like it's even got some parallaxing.
Yeah, there was some when you get up there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm seeing a little bit of parallaxing too, which I like. I think that works here.
Well, I mean, there's not so much outside like that's
Oh,
just an instant
yeah.
death right there.
There's it's yeah, this one seems like it's really not playing nice, but it is the last level, right? I mean,
It said showdown, so I imagine that yes, this may be the last one before you get to a boss stage or anything. Maybe the final boss. I think, 'cause I know that there's 4 levels. I don't know if there's a extra boss.
yeah. It's definitely the last level that we can level select to.
Okay, then this would probably be it.
Yeah, it's busy enough too, I feel, because that's one of the pinball machines are busy.
They are.
They should be busy.
They should be, and this one is.
Yeah, unlike the machine, this one is busy. It's got detail everywhere you look. Are those arrows pointing you to your doom, or are they?
I think they're supposed to help, but you know.
It keeps pointing down, like through the battles.
Yeah, that was helpful. That was
Yeah,
helpful
there you
too. Got him.
Well, no, like the whole thing draws an arrow that points down to your death.
Oh, well, that's the frame. That's not an arrow. It looks like an arrow. I get that, but it's just holding it up. I wasn't looking at that as an arrow. I was following the lights. Go into the light.
Oh, there you go. Is there a
Do I
weather
now?
song?
So I need to go back in there and get the third one for some lights. No,
yay.
that's not the. That's. I don't think that was the instant.
Yeah, see, that one's an arrow pointing down.
That was the instant death.
Yeah. Well, it does a little timer, and I think if you wait for the timer, then you can
You got
go
another
in.
bounce.
Yeah.
You want to give that one a shot?
All right, I'll give it a go. I don't think I'm gonna do any better than you did, though. That one was brutal.
It is brutal, but so was the machine, and you at least popped around for a bit on that one. But feel it. I want you to experience that.
Oh, see, now that I know the A button's broken, I can do this every time.
Yeah, it's super simple. That's not the right stage.
Apparently, I wasn't holding the C button down hard enough.
You also have to press the C button down hard.
Yeah.
You really don't, but
Oh, come on, die. It's really difficult to die in this. It takes forever to die in this stage.
Really, Brandon, you're gonna say that in front of me?
Yeah.
It's really difficult to die.
It takes forever to die
I
in
hate
this
you
stage.
so much.
Yeah, here we go.
Yeah.
That is definitely Echo the Dolphin's echolocation. Was that was who made that? What is it? Echo the Tides of Time. That's what I've got, and that's the sound
That's
that I
the one on that
remember.
one. Why am I not on your Wi-Fi?
No one knows.
Just failing at everything today. Developed by Nova Trade International.
Nova Trade.
Should we do a start to finish for Echo the Dolphin?
I wouldn't mind it, but that is a difficult game to do. And
Yeah.
it's a long game. It's
Yeah.
got a lot of puzzles and stuff.
Oh, something to do in the future.
There we go.
Wow, bro.
I told you I wasn't going to do any better than you did. All right, so we're gonna do this, and then this will be our last run for this episode.
Yeah, and for this game, I think.
Yeah, and then join us next time. We will definitely be playing
A Sonic mainline game.
Yeah, Sonic for the Master System. I wouldn't call it mainline, but we're gonna play it. We're gonna play it. We're gonna play it because it's different enough.
Yeah, there are some differences. Like, and we get to talk about why those differences exist.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be interesting to talk about sort of what they had to sacrifice to get that game on the Master System. Because the Master System is definitely not at the same capability level as the Genesis.
But it's interesting to see that because, you know, it's something that you do right now when you have a game that's being released for the last generation console and the current one.
Right.
So it's interesting to see that it was done here, or done there. And here. I mean, they did this as well a couple of years later, which is also interesting. It makes sense for me that they did it for the Game Gear, but it must have just been so popular in the device, the Master System, so popular overseas that it had to have that port. So
it was everywhere. It was cheap. It was everywhere.
I'm surprised that the Master System lasted overseas as long as it did.
I think it's still, well, they're not making new games for it, but I think it's still sold in some countries.
I'm sure. Like I know that
the Genesis definitely
very late.
is.
Yeah, well, very late in its market life, there were like compilation cartridges put out and other things put out for it, just because people still wanted to play it, and so it was there.
Yeah, it's just like how the PlayStation 2 also lasted forever.
Yes, it did.
And the sports games especially, but they continued making games for PlayStation 2 long into the PS3's life, just to reach those markets where you could get PlayStation 2 in Africa and Brazil and a lot of other countries.
Yeah, Brazil and South America.
Yeah.
Big market. With that last generation hardware for, you know, several of these cycles.
Yeah, that's something we should talk about on the podcast sometime. Is
the next podcast we should talk about development cycles and overseas
consoles that lasted just forever overseas. But yeah, that's what they do. Is you get these slim versions and the cheap versions of the consoles towards the end of the life, and those cheaper versions just don't die. All right, here we go. I'm not gonna beat this. Give me that emerald.
Or that one.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I forgot how to get that one. I'm trying to.
And there's 5 in this one too.
Yeah, there are 5 emeralds here.
Is 4's the norm, right? Or 3's the norm, right?
3 was the other. The first 2 levels were definitely 3. I don't remember because we didn't really do all that much in the machine. If there were more than 3 in that one, but this one does have 5. So at least it gives you that sort of like this is the final level. It's the ultimate one. You need to do a little bit extra to get there, which is get the 5 emeralds.
Right.
Because the first 2 emeralds, you just have to deal with the timing, and on the machine, you have to deal with the timing to get those 2, and then you could probably pop up to get the 3rd one or find the other section to do that.
Yeah.
So
let's go ahead.
I think that was
check our final review.
A decent attempt at playing through the levels as best as we could. I think we tried our darndest, and we came up a little short. Definitely did worse than I thought I was going to.
Yeah, we didn't complete this game, but remember, this is the not a filler episode.
This is not a filler episode.
Yeah, we're totally not stalling for time until the Master System version arrives.
Not at all.
So
we're not even recording at our normal time or streaming or anything. So
that's right. So final thoughts here.
Okay, so I did enjoy the game more as it went on. I will say that when when I first came upon it, and you were saying that it was not good, and I was like, "Come on, bro, this is a good game. You know, it's an older game. You know, it has its issues."
Yeah.
And then I played through the first level, and I was like, "Yeah." After the first few seconds, like first little bit, it becomes annoying.
Yeah, the first level, very lackluster. The second level and on got a bit more fun. There was
it was
more
really,
to interact with,
yeah,
more to do.
interesting. It had the interest, but this level loses pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Because this one just gets frustrating.
But that's a
and
big,
has
that's a
issues.
big problem because I didn't want to finish the first level.
Yeah, I think you were done with the game, you know, by the time we started.
Right.
And there is more interesting here. So.
Yeah, and then the other thing is that this game was made in 6 months, and it shows. I mean, if we're gonna look at this game and compare it to the other stuff that was out in '93, this came out after Sonic 2. Phenomenal. This came out just before Sonic 3. Did Sonic 3 came out in '93, right? Or was that '94?
No, it came out in '94 because this came out in November of '93.
Mm-hmm.
So that there would be a game to sell for Christmas.
Right.
A new game that people didn't already have.
Yeah, but...
So, I don't have the exact date right now off the top of my head for Sonic 3, because that one was stuck in development hell for so long, and they had to actually early release that as well.
Yeah. So, I can't justify giving this a better score in either gameplay or graphics, really. The final level really, I think, had the best look to it. It was busy enough to be a pinball machine. It had the sort of detail that I wanted from it, but none of the other levels did. They got progressively better, but only the last one really had what I wanted.
Right.
Do you feel the same way?
I think I was okay with 2, 3, and 4. I don't think. I mean, I think that they did get more interesting and better. I think they all had their own appeal, but I think that they all stood on their own.
Yeah.
So I don't think that I was disappointed with 2 or 3, and would say that 4 was the one that I wanted. I'd like 2 and 3 just as much, and felt that 2 and 3 were probably a lot more forgiving than the 4th one was, which is kind of like the pinball machines, because every now and then you're in danger, but it gives you a bit. And that level had it with the explosion timers,
right,
or the eruption timers on the
yeah,
side, but kind of felt like it was hard to get where you needed to go.
Right.
So, but I like that for the challenge for the last level, but I
Sure,
wouldn't say that I wanted that from the first level on.
But yeah,
I'm not going hard.
Given yeah, and given how punishing all the levels are up to there, I feel like by the time you get to that, dealing with that plus having to get 5 Chaos Emeralds, you're done. I mean, you've got to really like this game to get through the whole thing.
Or just have that need for
Or
completion.
just be a kid, I guess, yeah.
Or be a kid like me and be like, no, I want to play this game always.
Yeah, shiny lights and all that, sure.
Yeah.
Music, did anything wow you in any of those other levels?
I wouldn't say anything wowed me. I think that if we haven't been doing this really, but if we take sound design into it, I definitely can't justify doing anything else to it. I'm glad that the different levels have music. I think that the second level fits its theme well. 3rd and 4 worked well. I think this one feels like a pinball machine with a skin on the background. It was like, oh, this is something different. But they're all different, and that's what I wanted, and that's what I got. I'm happy to see that it didn't just skip on music as an asset.
Yeah. And story.
Oh, we didn't get to read the actual story blurb for this one. Just to get that out there now that we've played all the levels, to see if that made sense. Do you want to do that?
Not really. The gist of the story is Robotnik builds the Veggie machine or something, and just starts kidnapping people, and Sonic's got to go and unkidnap people.
It's not that long here. Yeah, I know. It's pretty much the exact same thing, but it's here. I'm gonna beat you to it.
I've already got it open. Haha. The evil scientist, Dr. Robotnik, has built a gigantic contraption, the Veggie Fortress.
Veggie Fortress.
Veggie Fortress. Oh, man. On top of the onto the volcano Mount Mobius, the purpose of transforming the animals on planet Mobius to mindless robot slaves. The magma within the mountain fuels both the fortress and the pinball machine-like defense system that act as fortification. Additionally, the volcano is kept in stable condition by a series of Chaos Emeralds. In response, Sonic the Hedgehog and his friend Miles, Tails, Prower, mounts an aerial assault on the fortress, only to be ambushed by the fortress cannons. Duh. Sonic is knocked into deep waters and that surround the volcano, but manages to avoid drowning and surfaces in the caves below the fortress. Okay, so that's that first one. It's supposed to be the caves. Sure.
Okay, so that fits. It's what it looks like.
So yeah, so I guess you're working your way
You're working your way
through the
up
fortress,
the tower. Yeah, up the fortress.
From there, Sonic infiltrates the fortress defense, scones with the Chaos Emeralds, and frees the animals of Mobius. In the absence of Chaos Emeralds, a massive eruption destroys. Well, that just sort of ruins the ending. I'm sure that the book has less spoiler.
Probably that information is not from the book.
That's our wiki synopsis. Yeah.
Should have prefaced that with that information.
But yeah, the story doesn't really. Knowing that this is supposed to be the caves when you first enter the mountain, I don't feel like it's changed my life.
I don't think that's really added anything in here.
Yeah.
That thing.
In going from this level to the next level to the machine, I didn't feel like there was any significant story progression in that. Nothing about the end of this level told me that I was working my way up through a mountain into... I'm not sure what the next level's supposed to be, but, you know, it's just one pinball level to
another. It doesn't go from underground caves to, like, ground level outside on the mountain to mountain hall to, you know, precipice or something.
Yeah, it's just fun little pinball levels. Well, not the first level, but yeah, it didn't. I don't know, story. We'll leave that.
Yeah.
You could take it or leave it. Doesn't really matter. I think that covers everything we got.
I don't think anything
other than Control, which I think again we've talked enough about Control on this. I think.
Yeah, there's nothing to change there. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it. Sonic Spinball. We didn't do it, but we played it.
Yeah, we definitely played it.
So what do you think? Did we get it right? Did we miss the mark? Are we just terrible at this and we're taking it out on the ratings?
Yeah.
Let us know. Tell us what you think of the game, what you felt, and tell us if you liked what you saw or if you didn't.
Yeah, and give us your stories. Give us your nostalgia story in the comments too. We'd love to hear. We'd love to hear if you felt the same way that Miguel here felt, and I absolutely loved it.
I did love it as a kid. I'm not gonna back off from that. At the time, I thought it was the bee's knees, as one does as a kid, and probably thinks everything is awesome.
All right, well that's it for Behind the Pixels. We'll see you next time.
Thanks for watching.